When the full moon rises, something ancient awakens. A beast, hidden within the human heart, primal, tragic, and uncontrollable. Through cinema, the werewolf has always represented more than just a monster. It's a mirror, reflecting fear, rage, and transformation. The animal instinct we try to cage inside ourselves. In this list, we'll rediscover 10 werewolf films that embody the soul of the myth. Stories of beauty and brutality, of humanity and the wild beneath the skin. Let's begin. Ten. An American Werewolf in London, 1981. On the misty moors of England, two American backpackers stumble into a nightmare they can't escape. When David and Jack are attacked by a creature of legend, only David survives. But as the full moon returns, his sanity begins to slip. Haunted by his dead friend's decaying ghost and tormented by violent nightmares, David realizes the truth. He's becoming the monster that attacked them. John Landis's An American Werewolf in London is a rare masterpiece that fuses genuine horror with pitch-black comedy. The transformation sequence, designed by effects wizard Rick Baker, remains one of the most jaw-dropping moments in horror history, all achieved through practical effects. The film captures isolation, guilt, and a haunting sense of inevitability as David's humanity fades with each moonlit night. It's not just a werewolf movie. It's a tragic portrait of losing oneself to the beast within. Nine. Ginger Snaps, 2000. In the quiet Canadian suburbs, two sisters obsessed with death find themselves living their darkest fantasies. Ginger and Brigitte Fitzgerald are outcasts, inseparable, defiant, and morbidly fascinated by mortality. But when Ginger is bitten by a mysterious creature one night, she begins to change, physically, emotionally, and uncontrollably. What follows is a chilling allegory for puberty, sisterhood, and transformation. Ginger's wounds heal too fast. Her body changes. Her cravings intensify. What begins as a metaphor for adolescence soon spirals into a full-blown nightmare of blood and desire. Ginger Snaps is smart, raw, and subversive. It flips the werewolf myth into a story about womanhood, identity, and the uncontrollable forces of nature. Not just the moon, but biology itself. A true cult classic that deserves to be howled about. Eight. Dog Soldiers, 2002. Deep in the fog-shrouded Scottish Highlands, a squad of British soldiers on a training mission discovers that the enemy isn't human. When they find a massacred Special Forces team and a farmhouse surrounded by howls, the men realize they're trapped, hunted by massive, relentless werewolves. Neil Marshall's Dog Soldiers is an adrenaline-fueled siege film that never lets up. It's Aliens meets the Howling, mixing military grit with primal terror. The werewolves here are towering, muscular nightmares, and yet the film balances its brutality with sharp dialogue, camaraderie, and dark humor. There's something uniquely human about the soldiers' fight to survive, their loyalty, their fear, and their defiance against impossible odds. It's not polished Hollywood horror. It's raw, grounded, and fiercely alive. 7. Howling, 1981. After a traumatic encounter with a serial killer, news reporter Karen White retreats to a mysterious coastal colony for therapy. But what she finds there isn't healing. It's horror. The colony's residents are hiding a secret. They're werewolves, living in seclusion and feeding on the unsuspecting. Joe Dante's The Howling is a wild fever dream, surreal, sensual, and disturbing. It's full of twisted humor and symbolic undertones about repression, media, and the animal instincts lurking beneath polite society. The transformation sequences are legendary, with pulsating effects that turn skin into fur and flesh into chaos. Unlike traditional werewolf films, The Howling doesn't just show a man becoming a monster. It suggests that maybe we were monsters all along. Six. Bad Moon, 1996. Sometimes loyalty is stronger than fear. Bad Moon tells the story of Thor, a loyal German shepherd who begins to suspect that his owner, a recently returned photojournalist, is no longer the man he once knew. After surviving a werewolf attack in the jungle, the man brings the curse home, and only the dog can sense the evil growing in the house. Told from Thor's perspective, the film delivers a surprisingly emotional story of devotion and danger. The practical effects are impressive and the pacing tight. There's no wasted moment. It's a tale of animal instinct versus human corruption, and a reminder that sometimes the truest hero isn't human at all.
Nice doggy.
5. The Wolfman, 2010. This gothic reimagining of the 1941 classic brings the old legend roaring back to life. Benicio del Toro stars as Lawrence Talbot, a man returning to his ancestral home after his brother's mysterious death. But when he's bitten by a beast under the full moon, his destiny becomes a curse written in blood. Set in the fog-drenched landscapes of Victorian England, the Wolfman oozes atmosphere, with haunting sets, candlelit halls, and the ever-present shadow of tragedy. Director Joe Johnston's film is both elegant and feral, combining lavish design with brutal transformation scenes. It's a story of guilt, inheritance, and inevitability. The sense that no matter how civilized we become, the beast inside always waits for the moon. Four. Cursed, 2005. From Scream director Wes Craven and writer Kevin Williamson comes one of the most chaotic yet entertaining werewolf films ever made. After a violent car crash under a Los Angeles full moon, siblings Ellie and Jimmy are attacked by a mysterious creature. Soon, they begin to change. Faster reflexes, sharper senses, and a hunger they can't control. Production troubles plagued Cursed, but its charm lies in its bizarre tone. Part teen horror, part supernatural mystery, part dark comedy. It feels like a time capsule of early 2000s pop horror, filled with self-awareness, slick editing, and a sense of fun missing from modern horror. It may not be perfect, but it's a howl of nostalgia and entertainment. Three. Howl, 2015. A train halts in the middle of the night, deep in the British countryside. At first, it seems like a routine delay, but when passengers glimpse a shadowy figure outside, the situation turns desperate. Something monstrous is hunting them, and they're trapped inside the train, miles from help. Howl thrives on atmosphere. The rain, the fog, the flickering train lights, all create a claustrophobic sense of doom. The werewolves here are primal and terrifying, their designs practical and ferocious. As the group breaks down under fear and paranoia, The film becomes not just about survival, but about human nature under pressure. It's tense, stylish, and criminally overlooked. 2. Big Bad Wolf, 2006. Twisted, obscene, and shockingly funny, Big Bad Wolf turns the werewolf myth into a grotesque black comedy. The creature here is no tragic victim. He's a talking, sadistic predator with a razor-sharp wit and a taste for cruelty. It's outrageous and disturbing, mixing splatter horror with dark humor in a way few films dare. While not for everyone, its unapologetic absurdity makes it unforgettable. Beneath the madness, it cleverly satirizes the alpha male archetype and the idea of domination, showing the werewolf not as a curse, but as pure, unchecked ego. Love it or hate it, Big Bad Wolf bites hard and doesn't let go. One. The Hair of the Beast, 2010. In 17th century Quebec, superstition runs wild, and the forests hide more than just wolves. A fugitive disguises himself as a priest to escape capture, only to discover that the village he's hiding in is haunted by a terrifying curse. The locals whisper of les loups-garous, werewolves who stalk the night and feast on sinners. The Hair of the Beast blends historical adventure, folklore, and horror into a spellbinding cinematic fable. With its candlelit chapels, snowy forests, and Baroque atmosphere, it feels like a long-lost classic from another era. The film mixes tension with romance and dark humor, creating a world both eerie and oddly charming. It's the perfect final entry, a forgotten gem that reminds us how deep the werewolf myth truly runs. If you enjoyed this journey into the hidden corners of cinema, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and most importantly, subscribe to Cinemira for more strange, forgotten, and fascinating films. Your support keeps this adventure alive. And trust me, there's so much more to discover together.